My baby. Are you going to help me? Let's just see if this... Hello, sir. Would you like me to tell you a story? I'm going to be talking about this book. You listened to it, yes you did. It's true, you liked it, I think. Hello! Today I am bringing you another of my favorite reads in 2019, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This book swept me away. Like, for the majority of the book, I could not put it down. I almost gave it 5 stars, and I'll tell you a little bit why I didn't in a minute, but it was so incredibly funny. I love a good enemies to lovers book, and this one pulled it off fantastically. The chemistry and like the... You're just gonna walk right in front of me? You can stew in silence, or you can be cute on camera. Which one would you rather? He'd rather be cute on camera. Hi, can Mama have a kiss? Mom's talking about a book. I know you don't care because you read the book with Mom. What was I saying? Right. So the banter between them was probably the best that I have ever read. And I don't say that lightly because authors like Tessa Dare and Alyssa Cole are among my favorites list. So banter is pretty constant in the books that I read. But Casey McQuiston just took it to the next level with the enemies to lovers banter in this book. And not only the face-to-face banter, which of course brought a lot of tension and chemistry to the story, but also with the way that their relationship progressed. They started out like having no contact basically, and after an incident that had political ramifications because one of the heroes is the Prince of England and the other hero is the first son of the US. They obviously were forced together for the sake of publicity and averting a scandal, and so that was their first real moment getting to know each other. And then after that, they start texting, and it's just a little bit at first, little snipes, banters back and forth that just... The emails and the texts are everything. They start off being like little jabs at one another, and then they turn into something that's like a little bit more heated after their relationship kind of progresses a bit, and then they turn so incredibly sweet. And I just adored all of that communication. I guess I have a thing for long distance relationships that actually work because their relationship was so beautiful and it just made me want to keep on reading. Now for the part that limited this from a 5-star to a 4-star book. If you don't like spoilers, stop watching. There's also a content warning here, which is probably pretty well known on the internet at this point in time. I know that I knew about it going into the book, and I don't think that knowing about it really soured my enjoyment of the book. So now for what happens. Plug your ears if you don't want to know. One of the main plot points towards the end of the book, after Henry and Alex are together and everything's great and all happy and everything like that, there is a forced outing of the both of them. Neither of them are out to the public. Henry's family, the royalty, doesn't want it known that he's gay, and through this book, Alex actually learns that he is bisexual, and so he has only told a small number of people, and therefore he isn't out in the public either. They're caught kissing on camera, and their emails are leaked to the public, and therefore their entire affair is shown to everyone, and everybody who didn't know that they were into men now knows that they are, which is obviously a very shitty way to come out. I can't say that I'm on board with that being used as a plot point, but it was one line really that jarred me out so much that I was like, they can't possibly like come back from this, don't go along with this. When the campaign advisor or administrative assistant, I'm not exactly sure what Zara is, but when she learns about Alex and Henry that morning, when it's broken in the papers, what she says is damage control first, feelings later. And that, I feel, was so incongruent with the rest of the book, the message in the rest of the book, that I just had to like put it down and shove it aside. And I was so afraid that by going along with this, Alex would have ruined everything with Henry, just because he didn't reach out and talk to Henry first and see how he is. I will say that I liked the ending and the way that progressed after I was able to work myself up to continuing to read that book. It was very satisfying. And I did enjoy basically every other aspect of the book. It's absolutely incredible. Now, if you don't have an issue with forced outing, and I know that many people do, and it's entirely okay just to not pick up this book if you do, because trust me, I've been there with triggers. You don't want to put yourself in that place if it's going to harm you. But if you're okay with that plot point, or if it's not a trigger point to you, or if you feel like you're in a good place to pick up this book, I do recommend that you read it, because of the banter and because of how incredibly sweet Henry and Alex's relationship is by the end, compared to the animosity that they were from the beginning. It's such a wonderful arc, and I definitely will have to pick up a paperback copy for my shelves and pick up an audio copy. I actually read this in audio through the library, and it's a book that is definitely soared all the way to my top favorites, and I can't wait for what comes next by Casey McQuiston. Well, that's all for me now. I'll be back soon with another favorite read. Until then, happy reading.